mga students! Welcome again to my class. Today, my reading and writing skills students will discuss to us about writing for college employment application. So they will focus into two objectives. First is to identify the unique features of a resume, cover letter, and college application essay, and explain what makes them effective. Second is to explain how purpose and audience affect the content of professional documents like resumes, cover letters, and college application essays. So please check this out.
When you were younger, adults usually asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Though your question may have changed from something whimsical like wanting to be a fairy tale princess to something more serious like being a doctor. The question remains the same and even more significant. Now that you are at this point of your high school life, you will be deciding what track to take in your final years of high school, what course you want to take in college, or even what job to apply for right after school. Whether you are looking to apply for a job immediately or go to college, your journey to employment will be more fruitful if you understand the application process and how you promote yourself through your resume, cover letter, and application essay. This will better equip you and increase your confidence in dealing with the competitive job market in the future. So today, the group Wales will be discussing on how to write your college and employment application. To start off, we have planning your career. This will help you discover important details about your interests and experience. First is knowing your interests, second is assessing your qualifications, third is searching for a job posting, and fourth is researching on courses in college. So the first is determining your interests. This will help you analyze your interest and make wise decisions about the rest of your application. Answer them honestly and comprehensively as you can. Questions given are: what are you good at? What do you care about? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? What do you enjoy learning about? What frustrates you in the world? Do you enjoy working with people, data, or things? What do people ask you for help with? Would you like to work for something else or be your own boss? And so on and so forth. The second is assessing your qualifications. Once you have identified your interest and weighed your priorities, you need to evaluate your skills and experience. As much as possible, you should be honest and realistic about your abilities because potential schools and employers will require evidence of your qualifications. This will help you determine what to include in your resume, such as the questions: what technology skills do you have? Are you knowledgeable in specific computer programs? What are your experiences in working with people and teams? What classroom and extracurricular activities and projects will show this? What are those instances that have led others? Which experience best show your leadership abilities, and so on and so forth.
3. Selecting an academic track and searching for a college course or a vocational school course. And going to a tertiary educational school. At this point, you can start considering what course or track you want to take up. The College Bond 2015 advises looking for a degree program that are in the lines with your interests. Thinking about the subjects that you like in school and your extracurricular activities. Considering the job of your family members and ask them for advice, you can ask them to explain what they do in their jobs. Talking to other friends and find out how they're getting their career ideas. Researching on the career that are most demanded and the new jobs that have many opportunities, which you may want to look into, the skills that are required, degree programs, referring to benefits of the job and the trending of the employees. After you've thought about your prospective job, now you can consider what track you want to take and move to senior high school. You may also use the previous questions to guide you. Remember that while it's always better to have an idea about what you're doing or what you want to do, your plan does not have to be set in a stone. You don't have to be 100% sure about what program you want to take before you start college. Many students shift majors and careers later on, so you're allowed room for flexibility and choosing whatever job you want. Number 4, searching for a job. You may also decide to start working immediately after high school or while you're studying. It is helpful to start researching on jobs to suit you, your qualifications, and your interests. The following are some ways to perform a job search. Use the internet. There are many jobs on search websites that provide resources on your career, opportunities, salaries, qualifications, and you can also search engines, companies, website, employees database to help you in your search. Apply for a part-time role, a summer job, or an internship in the career field that you're interested in. These will also value you first-hand experience in the future job that you are considering. Read the classification ads in your newspaper or the internet. This will give you an idea of the job marketing and the qualifications that you need to develop now. Now that you assess your qualifications and researches on jobs, you are ready to write your resume.
So let's talk about writing your resume. So first, you might ask, what is a resume? A resume is a document that contains a brief account of a person's education, skills, work experience, and other qualifications. It is usually sent along with job applications and sometimes with school applications as well. It allows the school admissions officers and hiring officers to assess your experience and determine how you will contribute to their organization. So next, you might wonder, why do we need to write a resume at this point of your life as a student? Crafting a resume will help you become well organized and prepare for opportunities in employment and education that may come your way. This process will help you determine areas that you need to work on and give you direction on improving them. Consistently updating your resume will also help you remember and record experiences that may be useful for future opportunities, such as filing out applications, being interviewed for scholarships or jobs, or asking for recommendations. We must remember that applying for jobs can be competitive. Thus, this section will teach you how to present your assets in a persuasive way to package you as a candidate who stands out. First, we have the formatting your resume. The most typical format of a resume is the chronological resume. It is called as such because it describes your work experience role by role, beginning with the most recent job. This is the most popular type of resume because your education and work history are immediately revealed. Then we have the following section details the categories that normally appear in a chronological resume. First, we have the heading. The heading includes your identifying information such as your name, address, email address, phone number, and email. Next, we have the objective. This informs the reader of the specific purpose of your resume, such as application for a job or a degree program. Take care to make it specific. Focus on the audience's needs and concise. Third, we have the education. This lists the high school you have attended. You may include your class rank, average or honors, or advanced courses you may have taken if these are noteworthy. And then we have the honors and awards. This lists any academic and extracurricular recognition you may have received. It gives the reader a short description of the award and tells the reader when you received it. Then we have the school activities. This enumerates your experience in school, including clubs, class projects, sports, and etc. You ought to be descriptive in the section to give the reader a good grasp of your experience. You can do this by including the time period you were involved, your duties, and specific contributions. You should also highlight leadership roles and special recognition. Then we have the work experience. This reveals any relevant work experience you may have had, including your job title, the name of your organization, the dates of your employment, and your specific duties and accomplishments. Show tasks that reveal your technical, communication, leadership, and interpersonal skills. You may also include experiences outside school, such as community involvement. List the most recent employment role first. From there, work backward. That's all. Thank you.
As what my members stated, this is an example of a resume. Here we have the name, the contact number, the address, the email, their objective, education, honors and rewards, their school activities, and work experience.
Okay, so now let's talk about polishing your resume. Now that you have written your resume, you can further improve it by doing the following. And the first one is revising. This step involves validating all the information you place in your resume, especially the data concerning your education and employment. Identify areas where you may have made a mistake or mispresented these details. Remember that you should always be truthful in your resume. The concerned authorities can verify the information you provided. So that's the number one rule, is be truthful, because the authorities can verify if it's truth or not. And the second one is updating. Be sure to continuously update your resume as you change jobs. Take further studies, participate in activities, and upgrade your skill set. So of course, if you're going to be changing from job to job, you're going to have to add that into your resume to keep your resume up to date. And last but not least, proofreading. Read your resume several times to make sure that you do not have any errors in content, mechanics, grammar and spelling, organization and formatting, and appearance. Have your teacher, family members, or friends read your resume and give you constructive comments on it as well. Remember that your resume should give the best impression of you, and a document that has errors could make the reader's impression of you unfavorable. So that means you're gonna have to keep your resume nice and clean, very neat, and keep it professional, so that when the readers read it, they're gonna see, and that's how you get the best impression. So that's it for polishing your resume. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Monica Cordova, and today I'll be teaching you how to write your cover letter. You may be thinking, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is a single-page letter that you include in your job application, but it is not needed unless the job advertisement clearly says not to. The purpose of a cover letter is to present yourself, notice the work you are applying for, show that your abilities and experience coordinate the abilities and experience expected to do the work. Urge the pursuer to pursue your resume, get done with a source of inspiration, for instance, requesting a meeting or a gathering. A cover letter is a summary of your resume, so do not write more than one page. Your cover letter needs to show that you understand what the work includes and what the business is searching for. To do this, be explicit about your abilities and characteristics. You likewise need to show how they coordinate the requirements of the work or the association. You can do this by doing the following 3 steps. Number 1. Find out who to address it to. Try not to address your letter to whom it may concern. Find out the name of the person who will read your application. Number 2. Find out more about the questions. You could ask, A. Does the work include filling in as a component of the group? B. Who might I report if I landed the position? C. Would you be able to disclose to me more about the sort of individual you are searching for? D. Is there a position portrayal I can take a gender at? It would be a good idea to keep these questions in mind as you can use them in your own cover letter. 3. Find out more about the company. Find out more about the company so you can tailor your cover letter for the job. A. On the off chance that you know the name of the organization, search for data on the web. B. If the organization has a site, visit it, particularly their About Us page. C. On the off chance that the organization name is not in the promotion, call the enlistment office or publicist and ask who the business is. What to include in your cover letter? The things you can include in your cover letter is your name and contact details, their name and contact details, the name of the job you are aiming for, a list of your relevant skills, and a summary of why you are the person for the job.
In this section, we will be focusing on how to write your college application essay. There are different ways and routes to employment, and going to college is one of them. Some colleges may ask you to write a college admission application essay as one of the requirements, and this is usually the part of the admission where the student's own voice and thoughts can be heard and assessed, and that is why it is often important in the college application. It also showcases your writing and thinking skills, and if you do well enough, you may be able to stand out from the other applicants. According to the College Board of 2015, here are the most common types of essay questions. Number 1, the you question. This question asks a student to tell them about himself or herself. Example, the Filipino University puts a premium on diversity among its students. What contributions do you think you can give to our community based on your extracurricular activities? For these types of questions, I would suggest answering honestly with how you feel and think about the situations. Make sure to focus on a few related things that show your strengths to maintain coherence in your essay. Make a story out of a specific event, person, place, or a feeling that will reveal your personality. Number 2, the why us question. This question inquires about your plans and probes deeper into your choice of course of college. Example, why did you choose the University of Filipinos to pursue your degree? These types of questions ask you about what and why you plan to go to this college. Be clear on how that particular college fits into your plans. Do your research on your school and share what your future plans will be and how going to the school can help you achieve that. Being passionate on your favorite college to go can help increase your motivation to study in college. Number 3, the creative question. This question seeks to access your competency of thinking and writing creatively by expressing your views and personality. Example, imagine that you're writing your autobiography. What would you want your last paragraph to say? These types of questions usually seek to determine if you're confident in how you express yourself.
Bye-bye.
So there you go, mga students. You have heard the different point of views of my students. So if you want to share your thoughts and opinions, please comment down and don't forget to click the notification bell in order for you to be updated if I have new videos. And don't forget to subscribe because as I usually say, subscribe now, laugh, and learn later. Once again, ito na naman inyong gurong vlogger ng Kuwait, guro sa umaga, YouTuber, and live streamer paggabi. Saying God bless you all and always keep safe. Bye-bye!